I have met Sahil, who is a pharmacist in Australia from last
6 years. My whole family are pharmacists. My dad is a pharmacist, my brother is a pharmacist, so I had no other choice.
What's the best part of your job?
It's a mix of healthcare, running a business, and customer service. And I like the way that all three of those mix together.
What's your typical day look like as a pharmacist?
Some part of it is paperwork. Some part of it, you get to be an actual healthcare provider. So people come to you with health problems.
Yes.
If they're sick, you get to make recommendations and hopefully they get a little bit better. And then some part of it tends to be making sure the customer leaves happy and that you keep a good relationship with all of your clients.
Are you gonna give us a lab tour? How
Yeah,
it
please,
looks
come
like?
through.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Over here is where we compound medicine.
Oh, okay.
So in Harris Park, this is kind of like a specialty pharmacy. We make medicines, custom orders, things that you can't actually buy. Things like creams, capsules, maybe suspensions. So a baby needs a medicine, but there's no medicine available in that concentration.
Okay.
We make
So
it
you
by
make it.
We make it by hand. You might need something specific with a percentage here or a percentage there. We make it by hand. That's one of the things we do, and we fill orders for all of Parramatta. So any orders that come from any doctors, but they usually come over here.
Oh, that's great.
And then, for example, for our Indian community, we tend to all be low in vitamin D. We make our own custom vitamin D capsules over here.
That's great.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Other thing that we do is Webster packing. Do you guys know what Webster packing is?
No, I've heard first time from you only.
Webster packing, right. It's kind of like this.
Okay.
It's medicine packed into blisters so that people who have a lot of tablets or forget to take their tablets can remember from Monday to Friday 4 times a day which tablets to take. And this is the room where all of that happens. And then the last thing we do nowadays, pharmacists can also vaccinate.
Oh, is it?
So
Okay.
yeah. So all of our vaccinations are over here. And a bunch of these travel vaccines, flu vaccines, COVID vaccines, shingle vaccines, we do for everyone. And nowadays, a lot of them are free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you have Medicare, they get covered for free under the NIP. They're more accessible now than they were ever before.
Is there any vaccination, let's say, landed for the first time in Australia? Many people told me that you have to get the flu vaccination.
Yep.
What's exactly the flu vaccination is for, and what's the benefit?
Australia, every year the flu tends to mutate, so which means it changes, and just because you have a little bit of immunity built up to it, it's like a new flu vaccine will come in and it gets more and more violent, and you could, even just because you got vaccinated last year, doesn't mean that you won't get it again the next year. Usually our bodies take about 1 to 2 months to build immunity to the vaccine. And Australia has really, really bad flu problem. In fact, last year we had about 500,000 recorded cases.
Okay.
And about 1,700 Australians died last year. The highest recorded in Australian history because of influenza only. 2 to 3 months before the flu season, which starts from around July, we tend to get people to vaccinate, and it's cheap. It's about $20 for non-Medicare holders, or it's free for a lot of medical conditions. It's free for anyone over 65, and it's free for anyone younger than 5. And if you can build up your immunity in any of these community pharmacies, you'd beat flu season no problem. Also, we tend to keep the flu vaccine a little bit cheaper around this area to make it a little bit more accessible. So normally it's around $25. We tend to keep it around the $20 mark.
So how long your family is in this industry?
Dad opened his first pharmacy. So we have 2 pharmacies.
Okay.
One is in Bass Hill.
Okay.
And then the other one, this one in Harris Park. The first pharmacy Dad ever opened was in Bass Hill, and we still have that one.
Which year?
Oh man, it has to be at least 25 or 26 years ago.
Okay.
I grew up playing in the pharmacy.
Okay.
So every time I used to skip school, I used to go there and I used to cut up cardboard boxes. And even now, you know, customers will come to Bass Hill and even sometimes Harris Park, and they say, "I knew you when you were this tall." And I have to say, "Oh, uncle," as you know.
You can say I have 25 years experience.
I don't know about that. But it was fun. I've grown up in this environment, and the industry has changed a lot in the last 20 years, and it continues to change.
Many pharmacists got the rights to sign the declaration forms. What exactly that, from your perspective, of what we have to take care? If I come to you, do I need to sign just in front of you? What other regulations you use?
Right. So if you're migrating into Australia, there's a lot of forms to sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
When I applied visitor visa for my parents, I have to go to the pharmacist. He will sign, put the stamp on.
Normally when you're declaring something, you have to sign it in front of the person.
Okay.
So don't sign anything. We'll help you with the forms, and we'll guide you to fill them out. You don't need a reservation or anything like that. It just takes maybe 5 minutes. It may be less than that.
Just walk in and
we'll guide you through your documents, help you sign them, and we have a stamp as well. So the pharmacy stamp, but that caveat to that is pharmacists can sign some documents, And usually at the end of the document, it'll tell you what kind of medical professional can sign it. Some documents that are really complicated or need a proper set of eyes, you need someone with a bit of higher authority, like a justice of the peace or a lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah. But pharmacists can sign about 80% of most documents. Yeah.
For medical certificate, is there any cost you'll charge? Let's say if someone walks in for the medical certificate, or obviously they are sick, they will ask you for the medication. Automatically, you will give a medical certificate if they ask for the work. So what exactly the process is?
Medical certificate is basically like, we have a small interview with you, and we can only cover a certain range of symptoms. So like, we cover like basic cold and flu, you're feeling a little bit sick, under the weather, we can cover that. If something's seriously wrong or you break a bone or something like that, you have to go to the doctor. We can't backdate medical certificates.
Obviously.
Right? That tends to be, people will come and say, I was sick on Tuesday, but they come to you on a Thursday, you can't backdate it. So that's only, even doctors can't really do it. Pharmacy for me was a 4-year degree with 1 year of internship. So I graduated in 2021. I worked throughout my degree. When you have a pharmacy license, it's kind of like build a bear. You're a pharmacist, but you can add on skills. Oh, I vaccinate.
Exactly.
Oh, I compound. Oh, I
Oh, so that's different from the study?
Yeah, you don't have to do those things. They're skills that you can choose to pick up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember the cost of your degree?
Because I'm an Australian citizen, it was on HEX, and it was roughly $8,000 to $10,000 a year. So roughly about $40,000.
Is there any exams after doing internship or after becoming a full pharmacist?
There is. In fact, recently, pharmacists are now able to prescribe medicines for antibiotics.
Oh, okay.
But it requires I think a degree, and it's an extra degree it's a 1 year intensive degree you have to do after you graduate. And if you do it, you can actually prescribe medicines for certain antibiotics, and they're going to include some more conditions as the career progresses.
What advice you will give to someone wanted to be a pharmacist or planning to get a bachelor's degree or master's degree in Australia or overseas?
So first would be that if you really want to do pharmacy, the industry is constantly changing. I would advise working in a pharmacy first, see if you like it, and see if it's for you. And if you like it, then no problems. It's a great job. It's great job security. You can get a job anywhere in Australia. You don't have to stay in the cities. Getting into uni can be a little bit hard because the entry requirements can be high for some of the unis. But there are a lot of resources nowadays. There's AI, so studying for pharmacy exams is a lot easier than it was back in my day where you only had textbooks.
Exactly.
It's a great time to join pharmacy. It's always been a great time, and the salaries are getting better and better, so why not?
Okay. What are the positions they can apply in the pharmacy? Is there any different position or just a pharmacist? If someone is a pharmacy student, they are not doing the internship, but they want to enter in the industry before getting a little bit experience from here and there.
There's actually a separate award wage. So if you're not a pharmacy student, you work as a pharmacy technician. But if you work as a pharmacy student, there's a separate award wage for pharmacy students.
Oh, okay.
It's really similar. I think pharmacy student is a little bit higher, not much, but basically you get paid on that slightly higher award. And then when you get to your intern year, you get a little bit of a jump in salary. So you have 1 year where you're training as a pharmacist, you get a little bit more money, and then there's the biggest jump is when you actually become a pharmacist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like any job, university will teach you 20%, and then on the job you'll learn the other 80%. And there is a difference between pharmacists who work in pharmacy while they're studying and don't work. And you can tell because they know the industry really well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there any difference also like working in the pharmacy shop and pharmacist working in the hospital, or it's all similar?
Pharmacy in community pharmacy is a mix of maintaining relationships with people, a lot of paperwork and business related stuff, and then about 40 to 50% of what you do is clinical actual pharmacy. For hospital pharmacists, it's about 80 to 90% clinical. They do a lot more pharmacology. They have a lot more patient interaction. The money and business side doesn't really come in as much. You get to practice pharmacy in the purest form. So if you really love medicines, drugs, and your time with your patients, hospital is the best. There's no question. But if you like the mix and you like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, nothing better than community.
What was the most common symptoms people walk in?
There's actually antibiotics, amoxicillin. Most of the time when people get sick, they actually get sick with the flu. So, you get like a little bit of a runny nose, nose block, your throat hurts a little bit, and you go to the doctor. But because you've gone all the way to the doctor, you don't want to leave empty-handed.
Exactly.
So the doctor gives you a script for amoxicillin, amoxil. Over time, what this does is it creates a problem. If you keep having amoxil, suddenly the diseases that respond to amoxil, you need stronger antibiotics to fight the same bacteria. So it creates antibiotic resistance in all of us, especially if it's a flu, get better by itself, most of the time. But knowing whether it's a flu, whether it's bacterial, it takes about 2 to 3 days for a doctor to send a bacterial culture and actually figure out if it's a bacteria. And in practice, because GPs are so busy, they don't get to do it all the time. But I'd say amoxicillin is the most we see, and it's also overprescribed.
But whenever I go to doctor, he only told me to get Panadol.
Panadol.
For anything.
Panadol, anything, Nurofen, anything. Yeah, I mean, Panadol's
That's the most common, I think.
Safe. It's one of the oldest drugs.
But do you think, let's say, if I get virus, flu, whatever, in different seasons, should we take medicines, or is there any limit that after that you can take medications, or you should wait for the body to recover and have some good food instead of taking directly the medications?
When you look at a person's overall health, your immunity, maintaining your immunity, making sure all your like your vitamin D, that you're taking zinc, echinacea, vitamin C, all those things are very important. But if you fall sick, you fall sick. Sometimes you will need medicine. But overall, I think if you maintain your general health, if you're healthy, you're getting a lot of exercise, if your immunity is well, then the way your body responds to those diseases will also be different. So if your overall health is not good, then when you do get sick, you tend to get sick with worse symptoms and things like that.
Oh, good. Thank you so much for the tour. Thank you so much.
No worries. Go.
And if you need any medications, directly come to the Harris Park or...
Yes. Syncotta Harris Park or Syncotta Basil, just ask for Sahil and I'll always look after you if you're a friend.
And if someone gives reference, probably give discount.
Yep, you give good reference,